Today in this video I will explain drawing graphs using the SigmaPlot program. When we first open the SigmaPlot program, a worksheet opens. We can write the data here and we can give a name. The works we have created here are saved as notebook. Again, we can rename it. To open a new worksheet, right click on here and click on new and worksheet. To name the worksheet open, right click on it and select rename. I write example. First of all, I will describe the drawing of normal bar graph. For this, let's write datas. I write random numbers. Second group. And third group. Then select create graph and click on bar. Then select simple vertical bar. Click on back and select simple error bars. Next, let's select column means as symbol values and select standard deviation for error calculation upper and error calculation lower. Since we have more than one Y data, because there are different groups, let's click on the mini Y option. Here, select column 1 for set 1, column 2 for set 2, and column 3 for set 3. After that, press the finish button. Now a graph has been created. You can see group 1, group 2 and group 3 with error bars. We can change colors and other properties of bars, for example thickness, by double clicking. And here you can change color and you can select a pattern for this. Also, you can change properties of error bars, for example thickness, cap width and color. Like this. You can also click on bar width to change the bar thickness and group spacing. Now labels appear as 1, 2, 3. To change them, double click on them. For example, from type section, by clicking on series, we can label them as months: January, February and March. Of course, you can change this series as you want. For example, you can choose ABC or you can choose years. We can name the labels ourselves. Let's go back to the worksheet and write here labels. Group 1, group 2 and control, for example. Go back to graph. Again, double click on it and from type section select column 5. Now they is labeled as group 1, group 2 and control. Here legend is created for each graph. If you have one set of data, you can delete it by right clicking and selecting hide. You can also delete the title of graph by right clicking and selecting delete. You can do same thing for the lines. On the other hand, you can give a name y and x axis. Click on them and write here, for example, measurements, and this one is the groups. You can select font, different fonts and size of the title, and you can do that as a bold or italic. Now I will describe a different type of graph. This graph is often used for MTT survivability assay. For this, we write our data and standard deviations. We calculate on the worksheet, as you can see. I have written this data before. Likewise, we select create graph, bar and grouped vertical bar, error bars option. After clicking next, we select menu Y because there is no data in the x-axis. At this step, we select data and their standard deviation values individually, such as column 1 for set 1 and column 7 for error 1. I do this for all values, all data. Column 2, column 4 for set 4 and column 10 for error 4. After that, we press the finish button. Now the graph is created here. As we did in the previous graph, we can delete the title of graph by right clicking and select delete. Also, you can remove the lines, again right clicking and select hide. And we can give a name, labels. Since it's a graph of the MTT test, I write here cell viability %. And here x-axis I write time as hours. Again here these are appear as 1, 2 and 3. In order to change the x-axis labels, go back to data. We write here time values and 72. This is different from them. To change the format, we right click and select format cells, then click on text. Now again then write it. After writing the time values here, we go back to graph. Again, double click here and from type section, select column 13. Now our time values in the form of 24, 48 and 72. In addition, we can change the color of individual groups and select a pattern. For this, right click on group, for example this group, and select object properties. Then select a pattern and color, and press the apply button. As you can see, the bars in the same group is in the same color and pattern. Additionally, we can change the thickness of bar. Also, we can change the properties of error bars. Double click here and change color, thickness and cap width. Again, you can change the bar thickness from here and group spacing. To name the bars one by one, double click on the legend and write here their names and click on edit. Do it for others. Sorry. You can also change this location. I did the same things previous graph. In the next step, we try to make the graph better. For example, you can change the font, size, and you can do it as bold or italic. After completing all the arrangements in the graph, you can save it as an image if you want. So you will use high resolution quality graph in your studies. For this, right click on the graph and select export. Select folder and give a name to this file. Then select format. I select JPEG format and save it. Here you can also change the resolution, DPI value. Here it's 1000. It's processing now. When we open and look at the image, we see that the resolution is so high. Even in this. Today I told you about two different graph drawings in SigmaPlot, and as you can see, SigmaPlot is a useful program and has many options. Thank you for listening to me. See you in other videos.